What's up, everybody? This is Dan from the Fundamentals with another unboxing video for you. This time I'm bringing you something that is on Kickstarter. So this is sort of a preview of Mytropia. Mitropia? Mytropia? I don't actually know. Let's go back a little bit. It is a game from Timewarp Labs. And by the time the video is out, it's the last day of the Kickstarter. It ends at 5 today, so we still have a chance to pick this up. But you have to see what's inside of it first. But now we are going to look at it. Also, they sent me this lovely note thanking me with a lovely pin. Guy flying on a rock. Great way to get bonus points. But Mytropia. This is not the final box. Again, when you're doing Kickstarter previews like this, you can't always guarantee, but I mean, that art is beautiful. The back, as of right now, is very plain, just blue, but I assume that might change. Now, let's look at the game itself. Let's zoom down. There we go. We open her up. Now, I will say another thing about this is that it is being a preview copy, there's a few things in here that are not 100% standard. There's some extra bits and bobs that aren't in the standard game. And a lot of this is stuff, some of it is Kickstarter and things like that. But the game manual, it's very thick, it's very nice paper, lots of nice art and designs in it. This game it's a area control game with strategy game. It's allegedly inspired by the Japanese game Go. If you play Go, it's a strategy game, battle of wits. This takes that and splits it into a multi-faction warfare game. So it's a little bit different. Anything off the back of the game credits, all the people. But it's this. It looks, and I haven't played this yet, but it looks deceptively easy. One of those games that is more abstract, but is very, very, very deep on the strategic end. So not as much mechanics doing work for you as your brain is. So you gotta love that. It's very classic in that way. Let's see. Then we have, so each of the tribes has a player board, and they each have a different theme and different abilities. So this is the Zhao, I believe. They each have a symbol, and they're all influenced by different cultures. This is the Zhao. Their symbol is a dragon. You can see their leader there talking to a dragon with all of her Chinese. So they're very obviously Chinese inspired. And they have special abilities that differentiate them. They can blend into the mountain spirits. Your affinity for mountains gets you +2 points for every mountain your domains touch at the end of the game. And feint and deceive. You can move one of your own warriors any turn by up to 3 places in addition to other moves. Cannot cause the capture of an opponent group or warrior in the same turn. Let's see. This is the Trojans, which are inspired obviously by the Romans. No, it's the Trojans. You can see them being kind of suspicious. That guy's like, "Hello, I've got a box for you, sir." And everyone else is kind of standing around. And look, they've got a giant. Is that a giant or a statue? It's hard to tell with these Trojans, but they have a symbol, kind of more like a Greek hoplite kind of thing. Final blow, get +10 points if your tribe plays the move which kills another tribe's chieftain. And Master of Strategy, allow you to have 1 extra card in the hand. Come on. You are also dealt an additional special move card at the beginning of the game. Fun. I will say the rules have changed a little bit as well, so I don't know if these change much, but this is the Corinthian. So, it says, according to the book, Zhao blend into nature, drawing affinity from the land and seemingly appear out of nowhere, so they're sneaky. The Trojans hail from the plains and grasslands east of the Aegean Sea. They are deft in combat, strike with force, and often have the gods on their side. The Corinthians, who you can see here, have a Greek helmet and a guy with a very silly double fern hat and fake abs looking at a thing, are patient warriors. They plot, they plan, and then strike, so they're the thinkers. They kind of follow that sort of standard, RTS, different faction calculus. When using a tunnel to travel, you need not apply a pattern card to move on the other side. Instead, move within 2 of the tunnel exit, and then blood debt, +1 for every prisoner held in the game. So it's a bit less abstract than Go, which is more chess-like. And then we have the Norse, who are obviously the best because they have Sheamus from WWE on their team, but also cool Viking stuff. They have solid defenses and a fighting punch. Norse warriors can damage across the battlefield while secure in the knowledge their home camp is well defended. So the group's a chieftain takes liberties from not just 1 step away, but 2. Applies to all warriors in the group. And then a flying leap. Capturing a strategic point on the board generates an extra move for you within 3 of the strategic point. No pattern card. They can only use 1 per turn. Nice. And then finally, the Kerma, who are influenced by African cultures. You can see they have a pet hyena and lots of sticks and spears. They've got a nice tree. Soul Stealer. Oh, they are tribe masters of the terrain around them, probing with every move. So they have Soul Stealer, which you may trade in a prisoner for cards. For each prisoner, draw 2 cards, and then Eye of the Hunter. You can open pattern cards when you play on the table or the discard pile to move, not just your own. So, very cool. And then we shall let's look at the different things. So, starting with the Kerma, which are fast-moving, geared towards fast movement, according to the book. We have tokens. So I think these are, they're like sprees or smarties or things of that nature. Isn't that fun? But they each have a different color. So reds are red, blues are blue. The black, the Corinthians, purple is the Zhao. They're all the same. These lovely sprees, and these are the warriors. And so essentially you place them down on the board, which, speaking of, there is no board. The way the game board works out, I'll do this only so for illustration, I'm not going to lay out the full thing, is similar to, in many ways, Catan. You lay out hexes. Do that? No? Let's see. There we go. You lay out these hexes that, in theory, fit together when I'm getting my math right. Come on. And so the whole board is made of these, and they have different things. You've got these trees and tunnels and mountains or trees. Oh, there's a tunnel. Spooky. Very cool though. And then, mountains. Mountains are impassable, so if you had a mountain here, you couldn't sit on it. But what you essentially do is you take your dude and you would say, I'm going to put him here, based on the cards, which we'll look at. And then he's fine. And you can put things around him and things are affected. But if, let's say, you're fighting the Zhao and they have dudes, and 2 of the dudes are there, that's fine. But you have all of these, then you have to put a guy here or try to get out, because otherwise, if they fill that up and you can't escape, then you have to you lose that spot, and the Xiao player has captured. By the way, wooden tokens, you gotta love it. And that's the core of the game. The rest of it is played through. We have these movement cards. Yes. We have the plate. We have these movement cards. Movement and placement cards, I should say. Which... Oh, come on. Yeah, so if you look, you can see the way the thing is set up. It tells you where movement goes, where you can place things, all that kind of stuff. So you draw, you discard, those change every round. So it gives you not necessarily infinite flexibility, but it gives you some guiding points. And then these are the special action cards. Sorry, I had to use teeth. These all do different things. Swift employment, which affects your ability to do stuff. Deflect, which deflects attacks. Double strength, triple strength, ambush, charge, different charges, all that kind of stuff. Entrench. These are things that you get in your hand as well that you can do that change the course of battle as well. So, and then these are direction of play. So these affect, you can say which direction things are going. But that is the concept of Mytropia. When it comes, which by the way, it comes from the Greek term mitru, which means to surround, to girdle. And that's the game. It's about surrounding. You want to keep from being surrounded. It's a fairly abstract game when you think about it. It's you're playing as very cool characters with lots of really cool abilities, and you have cards and stuff, but it's about abstract thought. It's about thinking, planning, strategy. It's not as caught up in the mechanics and story and all that stuff. So it's interesting, but it's more flexible than things like Go or chess because it can be up to 5 players. It can be all different things, so it's a little bit more interesting than that. So, you can check it out. It is currently on Kickstarter for the rest of the day till 5. It's fully funded, so if you miss out, don't worry, it will be out soon. It will be out eventually. It's a brand new company, indie, so please go support them. I have not played it yet, so all of that stuff that I said is true, but I can't say whether that stuff actually works. But as soon as I can, which is, variable because of the coronavirus, I will make sure to write a full review of it on the Fundamentals. And until then, happy gaming.